Matt, here I was ready to ask you about a 1-1 draw this afternoon, and then what an ending. Nothing better than a 90th minute winner.
A little bit of luck with the ending. Look, a fantastic effort from Jake Caprice, but obviously it's hit the post and come for the goalkeeper and gone in, so that's unlucky on their part. But in terms of the overall game, I felt we deserved that little bit of luck to finish. Look, they came back strongly after we went ahead, and they're a strong team at home, and we expected that, and we couldn't quite ride that storm in relation to the equaliser and then a little bit of pressure. But then towards the end, we were getting control of the ball again and getting better field position, and you just felt what it come in terms of a moment. And you know, it's a fantastic effort. He's probably had 3 or 4 of them this season, and he had one probably 10 minutes earlier, which hit the crossbar. So I'm really pleased with Jake because that probably matched his performance.
And it's just a real shame that, I mean, it's likely to go down as an own goal off the goalkeeper. Sod's law.
That is Sod's law, absolutely that. The goalkeeper shouldn't have to take that, and Jake Caprice probably deserved it. He deserved the goal for his overall performance. A real threat down the left hand side, and we know he's right-footed. So I just said to him in the change room there, if you can hurt a defender on the outside because of his pace and power, which you can, that's a horrible thing for a defender. And then if he starts hurting him on the inside as well, that's even worse because teams will have to start doubling up on him, and then it's extra space elsewhere. So I felt we created enough openings without really killing them off, but really killing the ball and getting it where we wanted it, i.e. the back of the net. A lot of near misses and a lot of near moments, and like I say, we had to weather a little bit of pressure in terms of physical play from the opposition, and they were always going to do that. That reminded me of the second half here last year, if you remember it right, that 2-2 result. So really pleased we got not what we deserved, but what we wanted at the end.
We've spoken a bit about the types of goals we've been scoring in the past few weeks, you know, some beautiful crosses and headers. I mean, this week it's a messy tap in and then an own goal. It doesn't matter how they go in.
Well, the message at half time was be good in the mess as well, because I think some of our play at times is a good level for this league. We move the ball really well and create openings, and sometimes you've got to score the scruffy goals. I think it was a recycled header from Pearce in front of me in the dugout, which led to the first goal, and then it's a centre forward on the move and MJ being in the right place at the right time, which he always is, and we've got to score more of those goals, the simpler goals, so to speak, because like I say, I feel we can, you know, create opportunities and create openings, which we'll take more often than not because this team's got goals in it, and that's a really pleasing moment that they're coming from other areas of the pitch apart from the front boys.
Do you perhaps think we could have been further ahead earlier on in the game?
Yeah, look, Giovanni's hit the post, and we've had those chances and those moments I've spoke about, but it didn't quite happen, and you expect Salford to come strong, which is exactly what they did, and they threw a few bodies forward, and it was quite an end-to-end game in the second half. So it was interesting to see how that developed, and I think both probably managers and both benches were just going for the win. We're probably sick of people talking about, people like you asking me about draws, so you know, we put Podge on at the end, and you know, we had physicality in the midfield, hoping Tim and Nigel could get in the box. But it's a really big moment because it feels sweeter because it's the last minute of the game, and you're expecting to come away with all that effort with just a point, and it's turned into 3 points, and also that's 3 wins on the bounce, which is huge in this league.
I mean, this is only Salford's 3rd home defeat in the whole of 2021, and you can see why they're so strong. The crowd packed in, so close to the pitch, small stands. It can be difficult.
Absolutely.
At times,
like, when they were 1-0 down, they took a chance, and like you said, it could have gone 2-0 in our favour, but they got themselves back in the game, and you're thinking, oh, momentum's with them. I always speak about feel and momentum in football, and you know, we just somehow wrestled that last 10 minutes back in our favour. Whether we could just flatten off the midfield 3 or Archie was regaining possession and tying up the ball again, and all of a sudden, I don't know if they took a backward step and then we went forward again, and we just had the ball in better places for that last 10 minutes, whereas for the previous 20 minutes, half an hour of that second half, it'd been a seesaw game, and control, as we always say, is everything at this level, and like I say, you didn't quite expect that finish, but we'll certainly take it.
A word on Cam Dawson. I mean, he's probably a bit frustrated about the Salford's goal, but 2 incredible point-blank saves just before that.
Yeah, I'm pleased with Cam. Look, he's not had a tough couple of weeks, but you know, he'll want to be better in relation to his own performance. I thought he was excellent today. I thought Cam and the back boys against that physicality. I mean, it's going to pin you back. You're going to have to head it from underneath your crossbar. You're going to have to put your body on the line. They've got a real physical presence at the top of the pitch, and then great legs around it. You know, Asante's a top player at this level, and you know, Alex, George, and I'm really pleased with George coming back into the team and being a dominant centre half. And Pearce were our sort of foundation along with Cam today, and that allows the rest of the boys to play a certain manner and a certain way and a certain style of football. Honestly, I thought we were going to score a set piece in that first half. I don't know how we've not scored one of the set pieces. I'm praying someone puts their head on it in the right place. But that header from the lad Elliott in relation to their equalising goal was exactly what we're after in terms of crosses and set pieces.
I think, you know, the team, ourselves, we all had a hellish journey up here yesterday, and the M5 was shot.
When's it never like that, Craig? Honestly, I don't know. We get every away trip when it's half term or Easter weekend or God knows what, and you know, we trained so early at Gloucester FA, just outside Bristol, and we thought, oh, we'll get to the hotel 2-3 o'clock, and we get in there between 5 and 6, and it's not just the time, it's the actual time they've spent on the coach. And you know, it's the worst thing for a footballer, because the brain switches off and the body switches off, but there's nothing you can do about traffic. Let's be honest, we've been doing it all our lives at Exeter City, but full credit to those travelling fans. At least they'll go back down south with 3 points and that finish in their sort of hearts.
Well, that was going to be my question. The M5 was shut this morning, and they had a hellish journey as well. Almost 500 today, which is just incredible.
Yeah, and they were noisy as well. Jesus, they were noisy. And I'm not saying out some of the Salford ones because they had a bit of noise, but just the feeling of the fans and the players. And it seems it's happened a few times this season where we've scored in front of them. Whether it be at the big bank at home or an away game where we've got a goal in front of our away fans, and it means more because they've travelled, they've sacrificed, and the players are putting everything into it. And certainly when it's the last moment of the game, because you celebrate the goal and then you try not to always celebrate because you know there's another minute left and anything could happen, but then the final whistle goes and then you celebrate together, and that togetherness is everything, certainly at our football club.
I asked this question out of curiosity more than anything, but a few weeks ago when we had that period of draws, do you perhaps think we might not have won this game if it was a few weeks ago?
Not really. I mean, draws are part and parcel of our level. Let's be honest, we only drew games because we weren't quite good enough to beat the opposition. On the balance of today, I thought we were probably the better team, but then it was 1-1 in the 93rd, 94th minute, and whether it was a bit of luck or a bit of skill, either way the ball's in the back of the net. So maybe we deserved a little bit of luck. Maybe some of those draws could have been different if we'd had a little bit of luck, but we spoke at length about where we see this team at the moment and where it could get to, and there's still a lot more to come from it. We just got to keep everyone fit. Obviously, you know, we've got to assess the personnel. I think Tim picked up his 5th booking today, so he'll be out for next week. Already lost Josh Coley and Kyle Taylor in the week as well. So the next 2 weeks we've got 3 games starting Tuesday against Bournemouth, following week against Bradford, and then Bristol Rovers in the cup games as well. Real opportunities for players, not in terms of having to prove themselves, but just good opportunities to show themselves.
Matt, thanks a lot.